Hi, I'm Karen.
I'm Elodie, and this is my stuffy. Her name is Rainbowy.
And today we're going to share a story with you. And this story is about the coronavirus. It's called Corona is a Ball with Spikes. And it's by Maria Parr, and it's translated from another language. It's translated from Norwegian into English by a translator named Guy Puzey. And in this story, we're going to have two people talking. One is a big sibling, and the other is a younger sibling named Oscar, who has a lot of questions about the coronavirus. So let's hear how this story goes with these two siblings who are trying to go to bed. Corona is a ball with spikes, said Oscar. He was in the lower bunk, jabbering away as usual. Corona is a virus, I said. It looks like a ball with spikes on, said Oscar. Yes, but it is a virus, I said, feeling annoyed. I wondered if all 7-year-olds were that stupid, or if it's just my little brother, who's particularly dense. Oscar went quiet for just long enough that I thought he'd gone to sleep. It looks like a ball with spikes no matter what you say, he said. I groaned. Fine, whatever. You can call it a frog with udders, as long as you just pipe down, I said. So does that mean we're playing a kind of dodgeball, except it's Corona ball? He asked, not piping down in the slightest. If there's one thing Oscar's proud of at the moment, it's that he's finally worked out the rules of dodgeball. He even joins in when the older kids are playing. Dodgeball? You nitwit. The coronavirus doesn't have anything to do with dodgeball. Yes, it does. Because we've got to look out. If we get hit by the corona ball, then we're going down, splash. Good grief, I thought. I was so fed up with Oscar. He's normally quite annoying as it is. But now I hadn't seen anybody other than him and my parents for many weeks, and I couldn't stand him any longer. Couldn't he just go to sleep like normal children? There are two teams, Oscar squealed from below. There are the ones with corona and the ones without corona. The ones with corona have got the corona ball, or actually they've got loads of corona balls with spikes on, thousands of them. And then they throw the corona balls at the ones who haven't got corona. I could tell that he was pretending to throw corona balls down there. The whole bed was shaking. Oscar, stop it, I shouted. I want to go to sleep. But Oscar wouldn't stop. The ones who get hit by a corona ball have to swap teams, and they can also start throwing corona balls at people. They just keep on flinging spiky balls at people and hitting as many as they can. Then more and more people end up on the corona team. Splash, bang, pow! I sat up and leaned over the edge of my top bunk. Oscar, my skinny little brother, was waving his arms around, throwing pretend corona balls so much he was getting his Spider-Man pajamas all creased and crumpled. There aren't two teams in corona ball, Oscar. Oh, yes, there are, said Oscar. That's why we've got to be careful and not meet other people. There aren't two teams, you nitwit, I said again. There's one team. No, said Oscar. Yes, I replied. It's everybody versus corona. Finally, he fell silent. I lay down again and closed my eyes. Is everybody on the same team, then? He eventually asked, once his little brain had taken the time to think long and hard about it. I groaned. Yes, Oscar, everybody in the whole world is on the same team. Do you mean that even Messi and Ronaldo are on the same team? For goodness sake, what was there not to understand? Yes, Messi and Ronaldo are on the same team. And Luka Modric and Eden Hazard too, in fact. Megan Rapinoe as well. All the football players in the whole world are on the same team. Every single one of them, Oscar. There are prime ministers on the team, from Norway, from New Zealand, and 1 billion people in China. And all the world's doctors, and the police, and even bank robbers, they're on the same side. And truck drivers too. People in America, people in Russia, and Germany, Mom, the refugees in Syria, our neighbors, the local council, drug smugglers, all the firefighters in the world, all the helicopter pilots, Venus and Serena Williams, and even King Harold, all the other kings and queens too, and your teacher, and all the nurses, pop stars, and vloggers, you and me, and the cat. We're on the same team. Do you get it? Oscar didn't say anything. He was probably thinking. I'd almost fallen asleep when a voice piped up again. So, Corona has nobody else on its team? That's right, Oscar. Corona has nobody else on its team. Can you stop jabbering away and go to sleep now, please? I could hear Oscar down below, straightening out his duvet. Yes, he said with a yawn. I can sleep now. And then he went to sleep.
The
end.
Bell.
Thank you for sharing that story with me.
Hello, Edie.